As you can see, it's raining. We're over here at Frank's. Incredible drainage. You see how all the water, like I told you, goes to the outside radius? So what that water is going to do is, depending on how much rain there is and over a period of time, it's going to undermine that bank when the town has all kinds of basically trash, concrete that they dumped over there for erosion control, which does no good when the water all flows over there. I warned you, Frank. I told you, Frank. But Frank doesn't care. Frank doesn't want to allow a citizen to tell him what to do. Even though Frank's proven that I tell him what to do, because they're constantly going out and fixing things that I've exposed. Also, there's no kind of deflection right here to keep somebody from driving off. That's probably about a 7-8 foot drop off. But this be Frank's local control. Good job, Frank. One of these days the water's going to come through here fast enough to make a difference. And the problem is you don't make a difference at $340,000 a year. March 28th, 2017, and we're over here showing you how the town never finishes anything. As you can see, I'll show you with water, but this right here is the main course of the water. The water's not over there. When it comes around that bend, centrifugal force throws it to the outside radius. But the town brings over all their concrete trash, and I mean this stuff is literally trash, for the purpose of erosion control. My main issue is the safety issues. See this right here? And this has got wire. See this? And I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time going through this. This is a very dangerous situation. And for some reason, Public Works isn't finishing. They bring their stuff out, they throw it on the ground, and then they just walk away. And this has been here for years. This right here came from the lift station on Ottawa, when the town left all of their trash and debris and construction stuff, and then they tried to push the shopping cart with the bucket with oil and construction trash over to the neighbor's property. But this is another really, really bad example and or good example of where do they go? What are they doing? Why do they start something and don't finish it? And this is under the control of Public Works. So my mindset is whoever's in charge of Public Works in the town of Apple Valley needs to get off his butt and do his job. Finish the job that you start. Because if the town ever owns a water company, you can't just go dump crap wherever you want. I mean, to me personally, this needs an environmental impact report. This is an environmental disaster because they're dumping stuff probably more. But this is a danger issue for your kids. Right here. See that? So, you got to think really long and hard about giving the town of Apple Valley $150 million to go buy a water company, to start something, owning a water company, and not follow through, running and managing the water company. You got to vote no on Measure F, because these guys in the town of Apple Valley, and it runs rampant, this has got to be citywide. It's not just one person, it's the attitude that's prevalent in the whole town. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody's complaining. Nobody's watching us. We'll just get that big check and we'll go home, and who cares? Okay, you saw the golf course? Simple thing like a concrete slab around some vent pipes is what I'm assuming. Couldn't strip the forms, couldn't haul away the trash. You've seen, I gotta think a minute. You've seen the, just simple thing like gravel over at the Civic Center Park on that island. They started it, did half of it, and never came back. Sprinkler system over at the Civic Center Park. They find a leak, they cut the pipe, they double it back with a tie wrap, never come back. You've got, man, I'm drawing a blank. You've got this right here, which was never cleaned up before the rainy season. This is Public Works. And right there, graffiti on town-owned property. Graffiti on town-owned property. Public Works. Who's in charge of Public Works in the town of Apple Valley? Oh, okay, so you got the light pole over at the golf course. It's been sitting there for months and months and months. You've got the James Woody Park light poles that have been sitting there. They're 3 weeks past the construction deadline, which is cost overruns, which is costing the town money, I'm sure. Just things. So here you go. This is a prime example of an unfinished project in the town of Apple Valley. Don't give these guys $150 million because they'll be coming back and asking you for more. Because once you're into it for 150, it's a little late to turn around and go back, and that'll be their excuse. Now would be the time to stop. Now would be the time to sit down with Liberty Utilities. They are not Apple Valley Ranchos, different company, and work something out. Maybe Apple Valley Ranchos wasn't willing to talk, but Liberty Utilities has expressed a desire to sit down and talk. And all Scott Nassif can say is, every time Liberty puts out a goodwill gesture, it's a PR trick. Don't trust them, it's a PR trick. Well, you know what, Scott? Your whole frickin' website in the town and all your newsletters are PR tricks. Okie dokie. So whoever's in charge of Public Works in the town of Apple Valley, get off your ass, get over here, stop the erosion. It's obvious it's your responsibility or you wouldn't be putting this concrete here. And if you're putting it here and it's not your responsibility, it's called illegal dumping. But when that guy right there loses that wall, who's going to get sued? When that guy loses the footing on that building, who's going to get sued? Town of Apple Valley. Oh, sure, they have insurance, but then they just raise your rates. Okay. I posted a video on this 5-6 months ago, and it hasn't changed. No on Measure F. Send a message to the town of Apple Valley that you're tired of their half-assed management and maintenance schedules. Send them a message. Money talks.